Very bossy. I can't help you out. This is the way it's going to go down. Everybody is going to have a final vetting. vetting. You know, politicians get vetted before they run for office. So everybody is going to have to do either what Jesus did or what Satan does. Jesus walks on water. Satan lives in the lake of fire. So this is the dealie. You have got to walk across the lake of fire to the far side, and then you're free to go to 5D Earth. The fifth dimensional Earth is paradise, is heaven. But the final vetting for you is, can you do it? Can you walk like Jesus across the lake of fire? What if you were like, I don't know if I can walk, but what if I walk along the bottom of the lake of fire at the far side? Fine. If you want to do that, if you want to walk through, go down into the lake of fire and then, find the bottom of the lake of fire, if there is one. I can't say there's not an abyss, but if there is one, then you could walk along the bottom. What are you going to, I don't know, what are you going to breathe? I don't know. I can't help you out. I don't know. What do you think Jesus worries about, whether there's air there or not? Jesus who calmed the storm on the lake that time? We saw Princess Leia in the last Star Wars travel through space. There was no air there, but that was Leia going, in her, whatever you call it. And an advanced Jedi doesn't need air to live. You are stupid muggles. I know, because I'm a stupid muggle. I mean, pretty much, I'm about 99.9% muggle. Bobby. But Bobby, well, he just goes and becomes a silent witness right here, silent witness. And you can do the Bobby Burrows technique, which is at Jesus Burrows, my YouTube channel. And if you go to About Bobby Burrows, there's a link there that goes to take you there, where you can learn the Bobby Burrows technique so that you can become a silent witness, and then you can be like me. Somebody who is not afraid of the lake of fire at all. Because I'm 5D, I got up your right. I don't know, I've done a lot of inner work and I'm prepared. I got up and out. Everybody had lots of time, I got up you out. You spend your time doing what you do. But you realize that, this shit is like, it's a spiritual universe, that you're going to figure it out. And you're not going to get it from anything, millions of different sources. All roads lead to Rome, but I don't know. All roads lead to the lake of fire. Because you are going to be put to the test. If you're a devil, then you're going to stay in the lake of fire. What about the devils walking out the far side? Well, I'm going to tell you again and again. You try it. Dark night of the soul, because you're going to meet your darkness in that lake of fire. Because it's an adventure, it's an experience. I don't think it's just you and burning flames, the lake of fire. I think it's more than that. Bruce Lee. Now, I never saw the movie, but, Enter the Dragon. Isn't it like a bunch of experiences that you have? Enter the dragon and have the dragon experiences. Enter the lake of fire and have the lake of fire experiences. Dark night of the soul. Where you meet everything you threw in the closet. You meet your shadow. So shadow work is what the lake of fire is all about. You meeting your own dark traits. And then having to figure out what to do about it. because your dark trait might be an actual vampire. In your Lake of Fire experience, you may well be facing a whole pile of vampires. It may well be that you feel like you're Dean Winchester of Supernatural. Well, they warmed you up with 15 years of Supernatural. That's your training program. And now, when you have the Lake of Fire experience, it'll be your turn to be Dean Winchester and figure it out. No one gets to do Groundhog Day forever. And as much as you've feather-bedded your nest, you're not a bird and you're not laying an egg, you dumb bunny. And you're not a bunny. You're a human. And a human is a transitional state where, you come in from previous lifetimes where you were an animal, and then you're in a form that can talk and think. And it's got a prefrontal cortex, and all kinds of stuff, and a heart chakra, and all kinds of stuff that you can activate, because animals only use the bottom chakras. Down here, these lower chakras, animals. But humans have the opportunity to open up this heart chakra and to get all these other things going, and all these other chakras. And that's how you evolve yourself, and nobody else does it for you but you, by your intention to evolve yourself into a light body and whatever. But only you can set the intention that that's what you want. You dumb bunny. I don't know, because we're so brainwashed as muggles. I don't want to tell you again. Anyways, Bobby, what he does is he becomes the silent witness by doing the Bobby Burrows technique. Not really. No, he did it a long time before, but we found that that was something useful. But yeah, that's what it is. And then Bobby learned from a spiritual teacher, Matt Kahn, K-A-H-N, all kinds of stuff that led him to realize that, he has to let go even more of control. Because Dr. Hawkins, one of his books was called Letting Go, which is about letting go of control. And what is the control for? To control everything. So it works in your favor. And the ego decides what is favorable to you and what's not. Is it accurate? Yes. But that's only if you're an animal. Because the ego is a holdover from when you were an animal. The ego, the animals look at other animals as their animals to eat. Or, they're part of my, my pack. Do you think that the wolves are, barking at each other and they're talking about Earth Ascension? Unless they have telepathy, I can't see how they would do it. Is it possible that wolves have... Absolutely. We're told they have a group soul. Is it true? I don't know. You can muscle test. Learn to muscle test and find out. What else do you need to know? Well, you're a human. The meat suit is animal. But the meat suit gives you openings to higher consciousness and spiritual development. And in the end, most days, people, modern day, say, you are a spirit having a human experience. You. So use it wisely. The Buddha said, rare is it to get a human birth. Rarer still it is to hear of Buddhist enlightenment. And rarer still it is for someone to follow the path of a spiritual student who wants to achieve Buddhist enlightenment. But that's what you should do. Because this place is purgatory. David R. Hawkins, Consciousness Research, I said it a million times, but this is purgatory. Where you need to purge. Purgatory. You need to purge everything that's not fit for heaven. That's your ego. Your animal ego that thinks it knows what's best. But it doesn't. The best it can do is the rational mind at 499 on the scale of human consciousness. What's higher than that? Well, you got to make a jump in consciousness at 500. And then there's other levels above that. All kinds of other levels of consciousness above that. Don't you want to experience that? You got to take a chance that they're real. What else you got to do? Twiddle your thumbs and watch Netflix over and over and over again and never actually have a human adventure? Always watching other fake people do fake adventures. Because that's what you fucking people do. Other fake people doing fake adventures. And you wasted, I don't know, a whole evening that you could have gone in your car and driven out to the bush somewhere and gone for a nature walk. And seen a bunch of birds and maybe a bear. Oh, I don't know, you're afraid of bears? Well, that's your fucking problem. You're living in fear, you stupid asshole. Anyways, stupid asshole or not. If you live in fear, your next rebirth, if we were going to have a 3D rebirth, blah, blah, is whatever you were at. So I don't know, if you're a fearful thing, then you're, I don't know. You're fight or flight. You're like a feral cat. Fight or flight. Because you're an animal then. You're not bringing in these things that are talked about, but you don't know until you actually have this experience, and you gotta go and set yourself up for the experience of higher consciousness and being blown away by something that's impossible according to your brainwashing in government schools, like incredible synchronicities and seeing 11:11 way too many times on the clock. I don't know. If a rattlesnake had a deja vu, you think the rattlesnake is going to be like, I don't know, shook up or something when the deja vu comes true? It just doesn't make any sense, does it? Remember, rattlesnakes, they just stay there in their pit and they wait for some mouse to come by and they snap it. Does the snake animal group soul think about higher consciousness? Let's find out. Muscle testing. The snake grip soul, the snakes have a grip soul. Yes, they also have individual souls. They have individual souls. Grip soul is what I got. And the grip soul of the snake is aware of Buddhist enlightenment. It is not. Is the grip soul of the snake able to talk to me cogently through my heart chakra by telepathy? It is not. The snake grip soul calibrates over 200, under 200, under 190, 180, 170, 160, 150, 140, 130, 120, 100. Sorry, I missed 110. 100, 90, 80, 70, 70. Okay, the grip soul of the snake is a 70. Remember, the scale of human consciousness goes from 1 to 1,000. I don't know, whatever it was, we're trying to figure out about other species and things. It certainly seems like the snake cannot get out of the matrix. That's what we call 3D Earth, the Matrix. Keanu Reeves told us all those times ago. And 5D Earth is shown to be a different version of Earth than this 3D version in the Celestine Prophecy movie. Hollywood has done a fantastic job of preparing us for ascension. And they even told us in the last Star Wars movie, we have to stop eating meat because Chewbacca was roasted. Not roasted, he roasted Porgy, a person who looked kind of like a bird, but was probably smarter than Chewbacca. Anyways, Chewbacca ate that sentient person, and now, Chewbacca looks like an old fossil and an old dinosaur, doesn't he? So, the takeaway from the last Star Wars movie is you need to stop eating meat. All of you. Hollywood has done a fantastic job of giving you all kinds of information. It's simply your traits, your regular habits, which are habitual habits that are like instincts that animals have. You need to throw all that shit away. You need to be 100% all in on jackpot poker. All in on Earth Ascension because you have no other choice because you're all looking at the beer. B-I-E-R. I told you about that word in one of my previous videos today. B-I-E-R. It's not the beer store where you go and get, 24 cans of Bud. No, B-I-E-R are the stands that you put a casket on in the funeral home. You put the body in the casket, and the casket goes on the stands, and the stands are called biers. B-I-E-R-S. Only at the funeral home. So if somebody says, are you going out for beers? I don't exactly know what you mean today. Anyways, this world is no simulation. It ain't. It's the real world. And this is real life. This, I don't know, there was a song or something, or a commercial or something that said that. This isn't a warm-up session for your real life that comes later. Your real life is right here, right now, in 3D Earth. As it is. Barely out of hell. So your job is to go and leapfrog all the other dumb buddies that are too stupid to realize that the Buddha was helping you out. Well, he said, it's a very rare thing for you to have this opportunity. Don't blow your opportunity, person. Don't blow your opportunity. Do you know how hard it is to get to the point where you're human and hear about Buddha and hear about enlightenment and hear that nobody even bothers to go and follow the path, even though it's super hard to get to be human? I don't know if there's 8 billion humans, let's say. Whether it's true or not, let's say there's 8 billion. How many ants are there? How many little tiny Dora the Explorer? How many Dora the Explorer fish are there in the sea? Well, if they're all beings, isbies we call them, then right now they don't have the opportunity to do spiritual advanced work on themselves, to enlighten themselves. The heaviness is the ego, so enlightenment is simply leaving that fucking pile of shit behind and then rising in consciousness. And the next thing you know, it's like the beginning of Mary Poppins, where everybody's laughing so hard they're laughing on the ceiling. Isn't that a new song now? Oh, what a feeling when we're laughing on the ceiling. Doesn't it sound more fun? You gotta drop all that horrible negativity. Rose Post. That's for Trevor Miller somewhere. Well, I can't help you out, Trevor, because if I'm rose posting to you, it's because I've been tortured for 6 fucking years by remote neural monitoring in this 3D world. Well, I'm trying to get all you fucking people excited about leaving this fucking dump behind. This fucking ghetto world. Leave it. The Celestine Prophecy movie shows you the alternative to this fucking place because, I don't know, it was an attack by Brent Beeson the Devil. A human who uses remote neural monitoring, a horrible, horrible, horrible bunch of people with him. I told you, 50 fucking people on every person. That's what I got before. You're gonna say, how is that possible? How is it possible at nighttime when you look up at the sky and you look at those stars and you go, oh my God, how many possible worlds are up there? And those are just visible to me. And you know, you take a telescope, you can see even more stars. So, you know, it just is way bigger than your simple-minded ways of dumbing things down. The universe is unbelievably big. And that's just what we can see. And we know there's all kinds of stuff that we can't see, but we can sense with other scientific instruments. Radio telescopes, for example. Then they look and they see nothing but stars and stars and stars. Zillions of them. So what makes you think that there's a limited number of beings in this universe? They're not. There's a lot. And there's a lot of hell worlds where there's nasty, nasty shit demons. So it's not hard to gather up 50 shit demons. It ain't. You should see the fucking demons that line up to torture me. You know, they're in consciousness, in the consciousness field. Are they physical beings? I don't know how to tell you this, but there's probably a lot of people that wonder exactly what is the difference between a physical being and a non-physical being. It's mostly the physical beings are attached to a physical form. And the non-physical beings, we don't even know if they're real or not. Because they're very good at lying. Daniel Scranton channels somebody who says that they are Arcturian Council all the time. And they make promises and promises and promises to the viewers, and none of the promises ever come true. So what does it mean? It means that Daniel Scranton somehow is channeling something that just bullshits all the time. I'm very sorry, because quite often it's quite fun to listen to. But it does seem to be entertainment more than actual real advice that Daniel says that's what they're all about. And they say they're all about. Are they helpful? I don't know. You need to be entertained and they're not going to, I don't know. Anyways, that's what we're going to tell you. So what is the real thing? I don't want to tell you again and again and again, but if you want real good, then you got to go for real good. And there's nobody better than me, because I'm a targeted individual, and I'm targeted because organized darkness thinks that I'm a danger to them, which means that I must be exceptionally good at persuasion and persuading all the people watching these videos that I'm not a bullshitter, and I'm here to tell you the truth, that this is a horrible, horrible, horrible place. And if you watch the Celestine Prophecy movie, you'll see that there is a fifth dimensional Earth, and they show it to you. And they show you that the people that get to go there are good people. Period. There's a lot of fish in the sea. And Dora, if she was just a goldfish, doesn't have the opportunity in this lifetime that you do, human. And if you don't take it, you ain't going to get another opportunity. You got one ticket. Zillions of other beings, fishes in the sea, they all want the ticket that you got. You won the lottery the day you were born. Eddie Vedder of Pearl Jam sang to us. You won the lottery when you were born. Because compared to all those goldfish, you won the lottery, or you're a human and you can hear about enlightenment and you can actually pursue it. And ditch your ego and become an angel and then open up vast new experiences that are unavailable to you now. If you don't, then you're not going to get this opportunity again, because Dora's goldfish want the next chance. It's only fair. If there's only so many slots as humans, that, you shouldn't go and hog the slots and play golf and play golf and play golf. Because that's not what this is for. If you want to play golf, what you got to do is raise your consciousness so you get to 5D Earth, and then you can play all the golf you want. But in the meantime, if you're calibrating at 190 and you want to play golf, then you're Lucifer. And while all this horrible is going on, and you're not going and thinking about civilization and helping people, you're thinking about your next golf shot, then you're a motherfucking asshole, aren't you? Because your priority is about you, service to self, and you're a devil. Just the way it is. It's never too late for someone to turn around and go the direction of God. Until what? I don't know. Because when you enter the dragon, when you have that experience of going through the lake of fire, the dark night of the soul, well, you're in the middle of it, minute by minute, in the moment. Whatever comes up, if it's vampires or whatever it is, that's going to be part of your adventure. If you want to get ahead of the curve, and they always say, be proactive in business, you need to go and search out those vampires inside of your psyche and defuse those atomic bombs inside of your psyche. In the olden days, they called it anger management training to begin with. And then there's a zillion other courses that you can take to advance your consciousness. Or you can sit there and watch Netflix. And I'm not going to say that you won't learn anything, because you do learn things from Netflix. Anyways, what I want you to do is set the intention. The primary intention of, you say it for yourself, is for me to move into higher consciousness, Do you want to go back and be a goldfish? I remember my friend Ed. Ed's from Turkey. And Ed likes to drink tea with lots of sugar in it. And he loves to chant. Do you know anybody that chants? I don't know, I think it's exceptionally rare. Anyway, that's what Ed does. He drinks sweet tea and he chants. It's not in English. It must be in Turkish. And then what? I don't know. He's a unique person. It's good to be unique. Unforgettable. Don't be a goldfish, people. Please. Please, take this very seriously. This is not a training simulation for Neo before he goes into the Matrix. You are already in the Matrix. And I am being attacked by remote neural monitoring. For real. For real. I'm not bullshitting, and this is not a comedy act. Although sometimes I do like to tell jokes. But, you know, this is serious stuff. Because it has serious repercussions on everybody. What you do, and and the intentions that you set. Reflect. Here, on this version of Earth. The more people that rise in consciousness, the better it is for all of us. And every day that someone sits at 150 on the planet, there's another day of torture for all of us. How many more times do you want to hear about another Columbine? The other day, my friend in Australia told me 3 of his friends in their 20s, I don't know if it was the previous week, but in the previous month, 3 of them suicided themselves. So, young people are exceptionally at risk in this world because it's the most horrific world. Even though I said we're out of the hell world, there's so many hellions here. But I tell you, 50 devils. Because I muscle tested one day, I was doing some research. You can learn muscle testing, and you can learn a horrible, horrible, horrible truth. The inconvenient truth is not Al Gore and climate change. The inconvenient truth is either you ascend on the scale of human consciousness and escape the Matrix, or there is no future for you other than the most horrific, horrible. It's unbelievable horrible to be tortured for a lifetime by remote neural monitoring, and then there's no off switch anywhere near me, and it's been 6 fucking years, and I'm not the only one. There's lots of people on the earth, the truth tellers. Well, we're still waiting, you know. They go to the 5D earth. Why are we held back here? Because our job is to tell you about it. Communication. The Course in Miracles says, you know, what is this human body for now? Once you start in A Course in Miracles, the human body becomes not about, you know, all that other stuff. It becomes a communication device to communicate with other human beings about things like the Course in Miracles, about raising your consciousness and heading toward a heavenly life. And you can't have it in this earth as it is with these people. Celestine prophecy shows you don't have to die in order to get to another world. You just raise your consciousness and you'll be a golden light person. Rainbow light person. And you will go to the 5th dimensional world when God says you're going to go. Right now, God says, I'm here to talk to you and to hold space. Holding space, you can look it up. It's a spiritual terminology. It means you be at a higher level of consciousness and stay there. No matter what, you stay at the higher level. That's the only thing I'm told to do, is to be me. And what I am, I let go of all that other fucking shit, and I am what I am. You can calibrate my level of consciousness using muscle testing. And if you get that I'm anything under 540, then you're demonically attacked. Because the demons attack me. The demons prove, because I'm under attack all day long, every day, they prove that I'm not demonic. I am a targeted person because I am a truth teller, and I'm a star seed, and I'm a light worker. And I'm a good person, and I'm going to 5D Earth, and I'm not worried about walking through the lake of fire. Because I've already been through with Brent Beeson and King Clancy, the devils, for 6 years. And all kinds of other horrible, horrible stuff that happened to me. I know everybody has, but that's what it is. What are you going to do with it? They always say, you know, the lotus flower of, I don't know, of a Buddha. It's a person who puts their roots down in the shit of this earth. This earth is a shithole. But, you know, plants grow and fertilized with shit soil. Plants grow. And, you know, Buddhas grow out of this shithole called earth. What about bodhisattvas? Well, bodhisattvas are, you know, you can look it up. Brent Beeson, the devil, always wants to tell me that I'm a bodhisattva, and forever and forever and forever I'm going to sit in the lake of fire and, you know, be his close personal friend while, you know, he's in the lake of fire. It's like, fuck off, Brent. You're no friend of mine, motherfucker. I can't help you out. And he still thinks that somebody who's tortured for 6 fucking years is going to be his best buddy. Because he's got this insane way of looking at reality that is not real. It is psychotic. He's a sociopath psychotic. And he's dangerous all hell. Like Hannibal fucking Lecter. Or Damien fucking Thorne from the Omen movies. This is a real lifetime that all of us are having. And everything we do matters. The best advice I can give for you is to do what I do. Tell everybody else to fuck off. Because they're all crab in the bucket with you. All of those fucking people, even the ones that you think are, you know, on your side, over the long term, you will find out that every last one of them is snaky. Because this is Planet fucking Snake. Empire of the fucking Snake. So anyways. I know it's kind of strange because, you know, some of the advanced souls often use, like, you know, in India they might use the symbol of the cobra, exactly. What does it all mean? Something to do with I don't know nothing about that. I can't help you out. Do I have a Kundalini rising? No. I know because I read that book by Gopi Krishna about a bad Kundalini rising, and I don't know. It's not the same at all. Is Gopi Krishna's book bullshit? I think so. I think a lot of spiritual literature is bullshit and is placed there because in the end, all of it is words. And words are useless. 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 The only thing you need to develop, Don Juan Matus told Carlos Castaneda, inner silence. That's all you need. And a path with heart. Inner silence, a path with heart. Don Juan Matus, teacher to Carlos Castaneda, who was on the cover of Time magazine, which is a magazine in every grocery store all over the world in 1970. So, Time magazine, which is owned by, how's that guy? He's got a name like Lucifer. Was it Henry Luce? I think it was. He made Life magazine too. Anyways, he put Castaneda on the cover of Time in 1970. And Castaneda's teacher was Don Juan Matus, who said, Carlos, you need inner silence and a path with heart. Quiet mind, open heart. Then you're following the way of Don Juan Matus, and he's my guy. This is my guy too. Yes. Are they discompatible? A path with heart. Don Juan Matus, path with heart, Jesus. Sounds like they're on the same path to me. I'm not going to debate them. Thank you very much for watching.